Are you a foreigner or a balikbayan who wants to travel and visit the Philippines once again? Here are the travel guidelines for foreigners. Inbound travel guide to the Philippines. And at the same time, any outbound Filipinos who wants to fly as a tourist to other countries. Please watch the video.
A pleasant day to each and everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is trainer Jamey Iris and I would like to give you an update today regarding the inbound and outbound travel restrictions here in the Philippines. I know that a lot of you have been wanting to go back and visit our country, the Philippines. But then again, what are the travel restrictions now? It's November 2020. So let me share to you the latest inbound travel restrictions as well as I'll make a mention also of the outbound just in case some of our fellow Filipinos or some of the foreigners from the country would like to go out for tourist purposes or non-essential travels outside the Philippines. But then again, I know a lot of you have been waiting, have been also wanting to know a lot of information regarding if you want to go back to the Philippines. So what are the restrictions and can you actually travel already back to the Philippines as you originally planned before? So that's something that we will take a look at today. So I will share to you the Bureau of Immigration public advisory that they have given last October 26, 2020. Now, there are updates regarding the temporary travel restrictions for inbound and outbound passengers as of that date. So let us be guided accordingly. So let's just take a look. Our first one, when we talk about the temporary arrival travel restrictions, so again, this could change anytime. So we just simply have to keep ourselves updated. So depends on the cases of COVID-19 here in the country. We are looking forward that we will definitely flatten the curve better than what we are doing before. And looking forward that again, the tourism will be open to everyone. But then again, effective November 1, 2020. So these are the temporary arrival travel restrictions mentioned by Bureau of Immigration. Now, in compliance with the directives from Malacanang, as recommended by the IATF EID, the following shall be allowed to enter the Philippines. So Filipinos, foreign spouse, and minor children of Filipinos, children with special needs, regardless of age of Filipinos, foreign parent of minor Filipinos, foreign parent of Filipino children with special needs, regardless of age, and then accredited foreign government and international organization officials and their dependents, foreign airline crew members, and foreign seafarers with 9C visas. Now, the rest of what I have mentioned a while ago, except the Filipinos, all the foreigners, so they have to ensure that they are in compliance with the 4 IATF conditions. And then also those without an existing valid visas, including those who previously enjoyed visa-free privileges before during the time that we did not have pandemic, must now apply for an entry visa at the nearest Philippine Foreign Service post. I'll have another video po, that will definitely tell you if you come in the Philippines without any visa prior flying, what could possibly happen? And we don't want any inconvenience on your part, especially you're taking a risk flying from your home country to the Philippines. So please watch out for that other video, the other press release that was given by Bureau of Immigration, so that also you'll be prepared. So necessary visa should be again applied for before flying to the Philippines. Now, what are the other temporary arrival travel restrictions that they had given? So for foreign nationals with the following visas, so please just take a look at this one. If you have had a long-term visa, entry visa for the Philippines prior pandemic happened, that you can use. But if you do not have any, So they temporarily lifted what we call the restrictions only for those that fall under the category of what I shared a while ago. However, if it's for tourism or non-essential travel at this point in time, the travel restrictions are still on. So the foreign nationals with the following visas, so please just take a look. So they will definitely be allowed. Who else? The foreign nationals with visas issued by the following economic zones or for those working in economic zones here in the Philippines. So we have the Aurora Pacific Economic Zone, Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority as well. So again, upon compliance with the 4 IATF conditions. Now, what else? Now, additional requirements for arriving foreigners. So these are the requirements that they are mentioning, the four that you have to, what we call, ensure that you abide with and must comply with. So number one, must have a valid and existing visa at the time of the entry. So it is a must. Second, you must have a pre-booked accredited quarantine facility. So we have what we call here in the Philippines. So we have different hotels which are accredited by the Department of Health. So we have a list of that. So I'll also write it down on the description box. So please just take a look at it and you can pre-book your hotel. But do not pre-book your hotel without, of course, obtaining your visa first. Okay. And then with number three, with pre-booked COVID testing provider. So you can do that as well. So Red Cross actually, you can pre-book this already prior flying. So I'll also indicate the link for Red Cross booking, just in case you want to, of course, book a swab test from them. What else? And number four, subject to the maximum capacity of inbound passengers as set by the National Task Force for COVID-19. So those are the things that you have to comply with. And of course, here in the Philippines as well, it's not here, but then again, if you will be traveling to the Philippines and I mean you are not traveling for tourism or non-essential purposes, then you simply have to ensure that you complete the electronic case investigation form. Now this can be distributed by either Philippine Airlines, and if you are flying with other airlines, then you have to complete the Red Cross ECIF. I do have other videos. I'll again share the link down below so that at least you can know more about it. So you simply have to complete it. I have a video guide that will guide you how to complete the ECIF. So those are the four requirements that they have when it comes to entering for any foreigners who will be visiting the Philippines. I know it's quite sad because again, the restrictions had been placed since March, and no foreigners. I know I have a lot of friends, and I know maybe you also have been trying to fly to the Philippines for quite some time now, but you can't. You might be a balikbayan, previously have a Filipino passport, but you don't have a dual passport right now. And others are, you know, with foreign passports ever since. And it's really quite difficult because at this point in time, they are not lifting what we call the restrictions yet, because again, the number of COVID cases in our country is not yet to the level that they would want it lowered. So looking forward, the cases will again be flattened even more as the time passes by, so that at least you can also visit our country. Yes. Now, additional requirements for outbound Filipinos. So for Filipinos who would want to, again, travel for non-essential purposes or tourism, a lot of countries outside the Philippines have now opened their borders for the Filipinos. The only thing is you also have to comply for, if you will be a tourist in another country, you have to comply also to the following. So number one, you will have to present a round-trip ticket, and then you have to have a travel and health insurance to cover travel disruptions and hospitalizations in case of COVID-19 infections during their allowable period of your stay abroad. And you have to, as per the Bureau of Immigration, you have to have the Bureau of Immigration declaration for acknowledging the risk involved in traveling, including risk of delay in your return trip. So, also, you have to note that negative COVID-19 test should be prepared if required by the country of destination. So it means that prior flying, there are some countries who's requiring for you to have a swab test. You have to do a swab test. So some of them 48 hours, some of them 72 hours before your actual flight. So you have to comply accordingly. Again, these are for Filipinos who want to travel for non-essential purposes or what we call tourism in other country. And upon return, you shall follow the guidelines of the National Task Force for returning overseas Filipinos. So it means that you have to undergo another swab testing, which you will have to shoulder because you will be classified as non-OFW and you will have to be quarantined for at least 2 days from 24 hours to 48 hours in any of the quarantine hotels here in Manila or in other parts where we have the international airport. So those are the travel restrictions that we have or requirements for outbound Filipinos. So good news, at least for those who want to travel, you can actually travel. There are just so many restrictions and requirements. And let us admit it, the cost nowadays of traveling is much higher, if not double or triple of what we used to spend when we travel. So again, if you really need to travel outside the Philippines, then you may do that. And if you really need to go back to the Philippines and you are part of those who are allowed to, then please you're more than welcome. However, if you would want to travel for tourism purposes, so at this point in time, our country is not yet open for that. Open very soon. So I'll definitely keep you updated. So please do watch my channel. Please do subscribe. I will definitely post some updates regarding travel guidelines. Some, if not, most of my videos will have Tagalog and English. But if it's something that's specifically for you guys, for foreigners, balikbayans, I will definitely prepare like this video, full English video so that at least it could be easier for you and you can easily be guided at the same time. If you want to request for any topics that you would want me to share in English, please write down and comment down below so that I could assist you as well. So with that, everyone, if there are some concerns, questions that I was not able to answer, please do write it down on the comment box. Or what you can also do is you can also send me a direct message from my FB page. So the same title, so that's a Trainer Jamey Iris TV channel, and then there you can send me a private message or direct message to my inbox so I can address your concern. And of course, please do not forget to please subscribe to my channel so that you can get updated with my new videos. With that, everyone, this is Trainer Jamey Iris saying, stay safe, stay healthy, and may God richly bless you. And looking forward, hoping when travel restrictions are lifted, that we can see you back in our country. With that, everyone, God bless you.